Before I start, I just want to make it clear. I love Marvel Rivals. I stream it, I create content for it, and spend a lot of time playing ranked. Like, a lot. Here's my Cloak and Dagger hours. Here is my Viz hours. Here's all of my hours. Now that we fix the elephant, I mean the lighting in the room. This video is not meant to attack the developers, but it's from a player. It's feedback from a player who wants to see the game succeed, especially as a Marvel fan who's been a Marvel fan since she's been able to understand what Marvel is. I just want to see the game succeed, and Stan Lee doesn't have a say in any of this, and I understand that there's a lot of people that contribute to the Stan Lee world, the Marvel world. Stan Lee helped set in motion this game right here, and I don't know how he'd feel about it. Like, say he could understand all of the mechanics, say he could understand the community that Marvel is a part of. I'm not sure that he would like it, so just my little tiny thought. Number one is matchmaking still feels really inconsistent. The developers have stated that they don't use EOMM, but it just feels off. Like, obviously you're using something, there's something that you're able to do matchmaking with, and I need more on how this works. Many players will go on a winning streak and they'll straight up just win 10 games in a row, and then they'll have 10 losses in a row. Why is that? How is that possible? I need that addressed right now. Likewise, many players during that loss streak also have teammates that are communicating that they're also on a loss streak, or they've had constant throwers over and over and over and over again. It doesn't make sense. Can you please explain how that works? How is it possible that I will get a winning streak of 10 games and then I'll get a losing streak of 10 games, essentially putting me back to the same exact rank that I started with? But there are players that will have 10 games in a row that they will win, but then all of a sudden they get off, and then the next day they lose 10 more. It feels like we're just paying a price to just stay at the rank that we somehow got to one day magically from a crazy winning streak. The current system that you guys have for your rank system is not working. It's not working. Competitive players want one thing above all, and that is fair matches. If you can't give us fair matches, then I don't think that your game is going to survive. And this is such a good game, and the only reason I'm playing this game is because I'm a Marvel fan. That is the only reason. As soon as I found out that there was this Marvel game, I was interested immediately. And then I realized that there's games like Overwatch and League of Legends, and I personally just wasn't a well-known person that knew hero shooter games, and I'm so happy that I do now. Why am I crying? Thumbnail. Okay, I think I'm crying because I've only played games like Fortnite and like cozy games, and like that's fun and all, right? That's fun, but I would prefer games like Marvel Rivals. I've been playing Marvel Rivals for the last 2 years. I've been playing it since season 0.5. I didn't start like the second it dropped. I didn't get the beta version. So this leads me into my next point. The thrower problem is still massive. It's still there. It hasn't really been dealt with, and we need more attempts to deal with this. This second point is my biggest concern. When I placed without throwers, I would place into Grandmaster. But then when I have a season where I play on whatever day it is, it might be the day it comes out, which I highly recommend not doing because of this reason. You'll have throwers. You'll have just normal people sometimes, not even like your typical throwers. You'll have people that just start to throw your match because their matches aren't going well, and that's an attitude problem. And there's nothing that I can do to solve that person's emotional distress from their past 5 matches from X, Y, and Z. There's nothing that I can do to help that person, except for continue to improve, be nice, and be kind. That's all that I can do. What Marvel Rivals can do is make more repercussions. What Marvel Rivals can do is make better repercussions for people like this. Like, even if you have your typical gamer, hopefully that doesn't copyright me. you have your normal rivals gamer, and then they start throwing. So what are the consequences for throwing if just like normally, right? And then what are the consequences if you throw over and 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 you're getting all these reports that they're throwing and that they're being negative or whatever it is. Counter to this argument somewhere. But all I'm saying is we need better repercussions for when you do throw because there's people that are spending their lives to go on this game and play the game and possibly rank up. And I know that's like not a real big reason and like there's so many things there's so many other things going on in the world that this is kind of irrelevant, but it doesn't matter because we all have the freedom to play Marvel Rivals. So that's what we're gonna do. And of course I'm gonna have complaints. And of course I'm gonna have suggestions. I've personally had placement matches that have felt completely ruined because of AFKs, intentional feeding, refusing to participate, and just somebody that's trolling. Somebody that's giving up because they somehow queued up after they just had a miserable last match. And I heard so many similar stories from so many people in my comment section inside of videos that other people will make inside of my live streams. It's ridiculous the amount of people that are just choosing to make someone else's day bad. There's nothing that we can do to control that. Like, I can't control if you have a good day or not. You can control if you have a good day. If bad things happen to you during your good day, you know, you can still choose to be good for the rest of the day. You don't have to just be a B word for the whole entire day or the whole entire week just because something bad happened to you. And that can be compared to a little thing as Marvel Rivals or a big thing that happens in your day-to-day life. Going on the game to release stress or have fun, and that's totally okay, obviously. But what's not okay is to make someone else's day bad because you had a bad day, or make someone else's game bad because you had a bad game before that. That's not being a genuine human. That's not being a good human. And that's part of the reason that many people are leaving this community, because there's a lot of people that are in this community that aren't genuine good humans. And I'm going to try to stay being a good human. I'm always not going to be the one to start screaming at somebody. Like, I'll never be that person. I've had people that I play with that will just start screaming at other people and just continuing the problem. They're not helping in any situation other than the fact that they want to also be a part of the conversation and the anger and this attacking. It makes no sense. Sometimes you don't have to play with those people. So that's why I solo queue, because one, I'm a streamer, and if somebody is talking shit in the way that I personally wouldn't have, the placement matches in the first place were supposed to help with the thrower issue. However, placements have only further hurt other people's rank and my rank specifically. Like, I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but for me, the placements haven't improved my rank. I was placing higher when we didn't have placement matches. So I don't know what it is, but I personally do think it's because of the throwers, and all of a sudden I'll be in a gold lobby, and I haven't been in a gold lobby since season 1. And it's season 8 now, and I'm really close to hitting Celestial. Like, I just know that I'm a Celestial player. I am. I was one game away from Celestial, you guys. I was 97 out of 100. I will get there again, and I will hit one above all, so I can stop playing this game for a little bit. Another video on this, but I'm addicted to Rivals. They literally make it addicting. Like, it is what it is. They make it addicting. They make it so I want to come back. They make me want to improve my characters, improve my skill level anywhere. But I don't want the whole community to be experiencing this much headache, and that's why I'm making this video. So people that maybe don't have all the tools or like don't have all the experience to make a video like this, I'm making it. And I don't expect everyone to agree with my opinion, but this is my opinion and my thoughts. And number 3 would be the Twitch drops, and this is just the easier one to talk about. But this is a topic that I don't really hear enough content creators speaking about or people speaking about. Marvel Rivals needs to rethink how they do Twitch drops. And they might be making a Twitch purple skin for every single character in the game, but I don't think they need to do it back to back all at once. Like, I feel like there should be 1 week where they do the purple skin, and then the next week they have like a Daredevil exclusive skin, or because Team X is going to the Marvel Rivals Championship. We have a certain skin for that, or we have a Luna skin, or we have skins that we aren't giving to other characters in the game. Hulk, for example, has only gotten one skin in like a whole year, and he just got that new skin recently. And there's a bunch of characters like that that haven't gotten a skin in a while, where people are actually playing this character and they're just not seeing their skins that much coming out. I do think that they could use that as a platform. But they have to care about the Twitch drops. To actually receive the Twitch drop, you have to be watching a streamer for X amount of time. And you can spread that out between streamers, which I think is cool. It's W Twitch. But we need to have something that the viewers are actually wanting to receive. If I'm just Joe Smo and if I'm Joe Smo, okay, if I'm Joe Smo and I'm just trying to eat my dinner and watch some Twitch, if I'm just trying to watch some Twitch, man, I'm not gonna watch a stream where I don't necessarily get something back. And that's just me personally. But we're talking about Joe Smo, okay? Joe Smo, he wants to get something back, okay? He doesn't want to just watch a streamer just because. Like, he might watch a streamer because he wants to laugh. Somebody else might watch a smaller streamer because they have some crazy Twitch drops. Just kidding. I don't have those because I have purple skins. I have purple costumes, and sprays, and maybe an emote. A healthy Twitch ecosystem is what this game needs. Overwatch is 100% dominating in this specific topic. The loot boxes that Overwatch gives out is better than the purple Twitch skin. If you have a scale and you weigh it, I'm sorry, it's gonna be the Overwatch skins. They have to make more of an effort in the drop section. And like Marvel Rivals is creating content every single month, every single season. Overwatch cannot keep up with this. However, Marvel Rivals needs to keep up with the Twitch drops. We need to have purple skins 1 week, or purple skins for 2 weeks. And then the remainder 2 weeks drops is a super cool Daredevil skin. Or a super cool Rogue skin. Yeah. Or White Fox, because White Fox hasn't had a skin in a while since she released. So, for example, there's White Fox. But obviously White Fox is a newer character. Let's focus on the other characters that haven't had a skin in a while. These are things that they need to be thinking about. Like, maybe I'm ahead of my time and my brain is too complex for these things, but I think about these things. A healthy Twitch ecosystem equals a win all around. The game wins, the streamer wins, and viewers win, and the player wins. That's what we need to be focusing on, is those 4 things. The viewer, the player, the streamer, and the game. The game is you, Marvel. The next point I would like to bring up is Marvel Rivals needs to compete with Overwatch better. This isn't about attacking Overwatch or attacking Rivals. Competition makes games better. Marvel Rivals coming out has made Overwatch a better game. It has increased Overwatch's numbers as a game. Right now, when it comes to Twitch visibility and creator support, Overwatch is doing all the things better. Marvel Rivals has incredible gameplay, amazing heroes, amazing storylines, and a really strong foundation for the future of hero shooter games. It has created a very strong foundation for the future of hero shooter games. Maintaining relevance within the gaming community is hard, but it is possible. And here is the way I like to describe it. So first, viewers drive growth. Stream growth creates content. Content creates community discussion. Discussion creates new players. It can also make current players leave, but new players continue to keep the game alive. This cycle matters, and if Marvel Rivals doesn't understand this cycle, they need to. Think about brands like Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Neither company stopped advertising because they were successful. They continued to compete in better marketing opportunities and they continue competing because attention is valuable. Gaming works in the same way. Marvel Rivals needs to constantly be reviewing these topics. They should constantly be looking for ways to engage creators reward viewers, and increase their visibility as a whole. Like if you compare the Twitch numbers versus the Overwatch numbers on a normal Sunday, here's Overwatch on the viewers, the viewer count, just the viewer counts. And then here's Marvel Rivals on the viewer counts. Now, player counts might be a lot different, but I'm talking about the viewer counts. Like, I could just talk and talk and talk, but basically, the last point I want to bring up is rank needs more transparency. Many players feel confused after their loss, and obviously, the whole point is the objective, the payload. But sometimes it's more than just a payload. Sometimes it's literally somebody sitting in spawn, or somebody literally intentionally feeding, or intentionally just going off the map. I've had games where somebody will jump off the map 18 times. Like that's dedication. That person has dedication to throw someone else's map. We need to know what is going on. Why did we forget those types of games? Let's just focus on the normal games. The normal game where nobody throws. And the support does everything that they can. Made the fewest mistakes, made less mistakes as the other support. But the DPS on the other team made way more. The DPS on the other team made less mistakes than my DPS on my team. I want to know why I lost so many points. I want to know why I got minus 17 and my DPS on my team got minus 25. Like, obviously, just hearing those numbers, you can infer or assume that the minus 25 DPS wasn't doing what they were supposed to and made too many mistakes. But how did the Marvel Rivals system determine this? How did the Marvel Rivals system determine that the support on the team deserves minus 17? Why did they gain so little points? Why did the other team support get plus 19 and then the DPS got plus 25? I would like transparency on this and how this is calculated. More transparency on how these points are allocated to players will reduce the friction on this topic. Most players can accept losing, but what they cannot accept is spending 20 minutes in a match that was never truly a competitive match because somebody decided not to try. Like, how can it be a competitive match if we're throwing competitive matches? The minute that we start thinking of competitive matches as competitive matches is the moment that Marvel Rivals will be a smidge better. That's all we need. We just need people to start taking ranked way more seriously, and the people that don't take ranked seriously to be punished harder. I really want Marvel Rivals to succeed. At the end of the day, this video is coming from a place of passion and love for this game. Marvel Rivals, oh my god, why am I crying? Like I said at the beginning of this video, Marvel Rivals is the best game that's ever happened to me. The hero roster is incredible. The gameplay is exciting. The content behind the gameplay is exciting. I feel like a little kid on Christmas every single time that I know, oh wait, it's the Tuesday before the season comes out. It's time for a new YouTube video. The future potential for this game is enormous. It possibly could be the next Fortnite championship, you know? Like, the championship that happened in 2019 with Fortnite, like, I do see that happening with Marvel Rivals. I really do. It's just how many people that are in the championships are throwers. How many of them threw so many matches to get up there? Just say it. But that's exactly why conversations like this matter. I think that continuing to have discussions like this, creators continuing to make videos like this, just continues the discussion and continues the community to just start thinking about it a little bit more. I want rank to feel fair. I want creators to grow and feel supported. I want throwers to be dealt with. Bro. I want their IP bans gone, bro. I don't care if it's banning the whole entire house because you live at a frat house, bro. Tell your friends to not throw. Like, I don't know what to say. I literally don't know what to say about that. Like, that's the only rebuttal when I say we need to have IP bans. The only thing I can think of is you are in college or you have brothers and sisters that also play Rivals. Like, maybe IP bans aren't necessary, but something needs to happen. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous at this point. I want Marvel Rivals to continue being the best version that Marvel Rivals can be, pertaining to the game, pertaining to the community. I just want it to thrive. I just want Marvel Rivals to thrive. If you agree or disagree with any of these points, make sure you leave a comment down below. I would love to know your thoughts on all of this and what is happening with Marvel Rivals and the future of Marvel Rivals. What do you think the developers should focus on next? Like the video if you enjoyed it, please! If you didn't like it, you could dislike it. I understand. Subscribe for more Marvel Rivals content. Bye, guys.